Welcome to the fifth video of the Beginner's Guide to the Gas Bulletin Board, where we take a look at capacity reports. Each pipeline and plant can respond to events on the gas day by increasing how much gas they produce or transport, but only up to a point. This limit is called the capacity, and we're going to take a look at 3 capacity reports on the bulletin board. These 3 reports tell you what a facility's capacity to produce, deliver, or take gas will be in the future. The Capacity Outlook report covers the next 7 days, and it tells you how much gas a pipeline can transport, or how much gas production and storage facilities can deliver once operational factors like a planned outage at a compressor station, for example, are taken into account. Capacity outlooks only need to be updated when the plant's capacity outlook changes. So if an outlook is not submitted for a given gas day, the bulletin board automatically reports the most recent capacity outlook submission until the new outlook is submitted. The Medium-Term Capacity Outlook, or MTCO, also reflects the effect of planned work, but it covers the next 12 months instead of 7 days. The Standing Capacity Report refers to the maximum capacity allowed by a facility's equipment, so it assumes that everything is working as intended. And it's worth knowing that it's also referred to as nameplate capacity in the rules. Now, for days when the facility will operate at its standing capacity, facilities don't need to submit a medium-term capacity outlook. MTCOs are also only submitted for outages that a facility's own shippers have already been notified about. The direction associated with capacity is reported differently from forecast and actual flows. Flow reports indicate the amount of gas crossing a particular boundary, but the capacity report indicates gas transported from one end of a pipeline to the other. As a result, capacity is not reported by zone, but only once for each direction the pipeline can flow in. If gas is flowing in the pipeline's default direction, it's considered a forward flow. If not, it's reported as a reverse flow. The labels used to denote directions for short and medium-term capacity outlooks are Trans-C for forward flows and Rev-C for reverse flows. The labels for standing capacity are a little bit different, so it uses MDQ and RMDQ instead. The default flow directions are listed on the Guide to Pipeline Flow Directions page on the GBB. The table at the bottom shows which direction is considered forward. In the example of the Roma to Brisbane pipeline, the default direction is from Wallumbilla to Brisbane. The difference in the definition of capacity and flow means that capacity and flow data can't be directly compared for pipelines. The rate at which you push gas into or remove gas from a pipeline, i.e. the flow, is not limited to how fast you can move gas from one end of the pipeline to the other, i.e. the capacity. This is because the compressibility of gas means that a large pipeline acts a little bit like a tank, and it can be filled up and emptied. So the gas you measure going into or coming out of the pipeline could, at times, be more or less than what the pipeline can transport over a typical day of flow. So although a comparison between flow and capacity can give you a good indication of what's happening on a day, it's typically pretty rough, and you need to choose the zonal flow data you use very carefully. Now, if we wanted to analyze the MSP under southward flow, our options would be the Moomba zone at the inlet, the Sydney demand zone at one outlet, the ACT demand zone at a different outlet, or the MSP zone, which includes all gas delivered off the pipeline downstream from Moomba, including other gas received from Victoria. A quick glance at the MSP's dimensions shown to scale on the bulletin board map reveals that gas from both the New South Wales Vic Interconnect and the Eastern Gas Pipeline are injected very close to demand centres. So the forward transport capacity of the MSP refers largely to gas that comes down the length of the pipeline from Moomba towards Sydney. As a result, we'll choose the forecast flows at Moomba to compare to the capacity of the pipe. You can see the capacity outlook in 2 places on the bulletin board. The first is the homepage, where the capacities on the map are all sourced from the Capacity Outlook report. And the other option is to look at the Capacity Outlook report under the Reports tab. Once you're there, you can select the date, facility, and outlook type you're interested in to see the expected capacity over the coming days. The MTCO can only be accessed from the Reports tab, and once you're there, it allows you to choose the plant that you're interested in, as well as the date range. Standing capacity can be found in 2 places on the bulletin board as well. The first is on the right-hand side of the map when you click on a BB pipeline on the map itself. The other option is to look at the standing capacities report under the Reports tab. And again, this report allows you to browse by date, plant, and capacity types. If you would like to know more about the bulletin board's data, you can have a look at the other videos in this series. Otherwise, you can always get in touch with us through the AEMO support hub. Please note that the information in this video is covered by the terms of use on the AEMO Gas Bulletin Board. Go to the Gas Bulletin Board at this link to see the most up-to-date information.